Hello, and welcome back to Fluentmx, your favorite podcast for learning natural American English. I am your main host, Olivia.
And I am your co-host, Ryan. We are so happy you are joining us today. If you want to improve your English while listening to fun, everyday conversations, you are in the exact right place.
Absolutely. And before we dive into today's topic, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave us a like. It really helps our channel grow and helps other English learners find us.
Today, we are talking about something that wakes up the entire world every single morning. We are talking about coffee, coffee culture, and how to confidently order your favorite drink at an American cafe.
I am so excited for this one because I honestly cannot function without my morning cup. So grab your mug, sit back, and let's get into it.
So, Olivia, let me ask you the most important question of the day. Can you start your morning without coffee?
Absolutely not. No way. I need my coffee first before I can even think about talking to anyone. I am just not a morning person until I have that first sip.
I am exactly the same. Without coffee, my brain is simply not turned on. It is like I am walking around asleep.
It is so true. Coffee is incredibly important for millions of people around the world. But in American English, coffee is not just a drink. It is a huge part of our culture and how we socialize.
That is a great point. Coffee culture is about the habits, the traditions, and the social moments that happen around the drink. It is a very common topic in English conversations, whether you are at work, with friends, or meeting someone new.
Exactly. For example, if I want to meet up with a friend I have not seen in a long time, I will usually say, "Hey, let's grab a coffee sometime."
Let us grab a coffee. That is such a common and natural English expression. It is a very casual, low-pressure way to invite someone to hang out. You can say it to a friend, a coworker, or even someone you just met.
And notice that we say grab a coffee. We do not usually say let us drink a coffee together. Grab means to get something quickly or casually. It makes the invitation feel relaxed.
Coffee shops in the United States are almost like a second home for a lot of people. We have this whole coffee house culture where people do not just buy a drink and leave. They stay.
Oh, for sure. If you walk into any cafe in an American city, you will see people sitting on comfortable couches, working on their laptops, reading books, or having business meetings.
It is like a community space. I actually love going to my local coffee shop on a Saturday morning. I take my laptop, order a drink, and just sit there for 2 or 3 hours. It is very peaceful.
I love doing that too. But if you want to enjoy that peaceful coffee shop feeling, you need to know how to actually order your drink first. And that can be really scary for beginners learning English.
Oh, yes. You definitely do not want to stand at the counter and just say, "I want coffee." The person working there will look at you and ask what kind, and then you might panic.
We have all been there. So let us break it down and help our listeners. Let us go through the most common types of coffee you will see on an American cafe menu.
That is a great idea. Let us start with the most basic one. Espresso. That is a small, very strong shot of black coffee. It is usually just 1 or 2 sips.
Right. It gives you a huge punch of energy in a tiny cup. And the important thing to know is that espresso is the base for almost all the other fancy coffee drinks.
Next is the Americano. This is simply a shot of espresso mixed with hot water. It is a big cup of coffee, but it still has a very strong flavor.
And it is called an Americano because it is incredibly popular here in the United States. If you just want a standard, strong black coffee, the Americano is always a safe choice.
But what if you do not like strong black coffee? What if you want something sweeter and softer?
Then you want a latte. A latte is espresso mixed with a lot of hot, steamed milk. It is very smooth, very creamy, and it feels like a warm hug in a cup.
A warm hug in a cup. I like that description. A latte is definitely my favorite. Next, we have the cappuccino. This is a total classic.
A cappuccino is similar to a latte, but it has a thick layer of milk foam on top. The foam is the bubbly, airy part of the milk. Sometimes they even sprinkle a little chocolate or cinnamon powder on the foam.
It looks beautiful. In Italy, where the cappuccino comes from, people usually only drink it in the morning. But here in America, you can order a cappuccino at any time of the day, and nobody will look at you funny.
Very true. Now, what about cold coffee? Americans are obsessed with cold coffee, especially in the summer.
We really are. The most popular one right now is cold brew. Cold brew is coffee that is actually made with cold water instead of hot water.
Right? And it takes a really long time to make. Sometimes they leave the coffee sitting in cold water for 12 or even 24 hours.
But the result is amazing. Cold brew is incredibly smooth, rich, and very refreshing. It is always served over
And
ice.
finally, we cannot talk about American coffee without mentioning blended drinks like the Frappuccino.
Oh, the Frappuccino. That is basically a coffee milkshake. It is coffee, milk, ice, and flavored syrup all blended together with a huge pile of whipped cream on top.
It is definitely more of a dessert than a morning coffee. It is super sweet and very popular with teenagers and younger people.
So, now our listeners know the main types of coffee. But coffee culture is not just about the drink itself. It is also about the everyday expressions we use when we talk about coffee.
Yes, English has so many fun phrases related to coffee. One of my favorites is, I am running on coffee.
I am running on coffee. That is such a good one. What does it mean when you say that?
It means I am completely exhausted. I got almost no sleep, and the only thing giving me energy to survive the day is coffee. It is like my body is a car and coffee is the gas.
I have definitely said that after a long week. Another great expression is, coffee is my love language.
I see that phrase on social media all the time. Your love language is the way you show someone that you care about them. So if coffee is your love language, it means you show love by buying or making coffee for people.
Exactly. If my friend brings me a cold brew without me even asking, that is true love right there.
It really is the best feeling. Another common phrase is coffee to go. When you are in a rush and you cannot stay at the cafe, you ask for your coffee to go.
That means they will put it in a paper or plastic cup with a lid so you can walk out the door with it. Americans are always moving, so ordering coffee to go is a huge part of our culture.
We drink coffee in our cars, on the train, walking down the street. We really take it everywhere.
Okay, I think it is time we move on to our next segment. Let us give our listeners some specific vocabulary they can use in real life.
It is time for pocket words. In this section, we will give you 4 essential words related to today's topic. You can put these words in your pocket and carry them with you into your next English conversation.
Our first pocket word is barista. A barista is the professional person who makes and serves coffee in a coffee shop.
Exactly. Making good coffee is a real skill, and a great barista can even draw little pictures in the milk foam on your latte. Here is an example sentence. The barista at my local cafe makes the best cappuccino in town.
Great word. Our second pocket word is to brew. Brew is a verb. It means to make coffee or tea by mixing it with hot water.
So you do not usually say, I am cooking coffee. You say, I am brewing coffee. Here is an example. I can smell the fresh coffee brewing in the kitchen.
Our third pocket word is to grind. Grind means to crush whole coffee beans into tiny pieces or powder so that you can brew them.
You always have to grind the beans before you can make the coffee. Here is an example. I like to grind my own coffee beans every morning for the best flavor.
And our final pocket word is decaf. Decaf is short for decaffeinated. It refers to coffee that has almost no caffeine in it.
Caffeine is the chemical in coffee that wakes you up and gives you energy. If you want the taste of coffee without the energy boost, you order decaf. Here is an example. I love drinking coffee at night, so I always order decaf so I can sleep.
Those are 4 excellent words. Barista, brew, grind, and decaf. Practice saying those out loud so you remember them.
Now let us move on to the next segment of our show. It is time to smooth it out.
In this segment, we take a look at common mistakes beginners make and we smooth them out so you can sound completely natural.
When ordering in a coffee shop, a very common mistake beginners make is sounding a bit too direct. For example, a beginner might walk up to the counter and say, I want a latte.
While the barista will understand you, saying I want sounds a little bit rude or demanding in American culture.
To smooth this out and sound perfectly natural, you should use questions. You can say, "Can I have a latte, please?" Or, "Could I get a latte, please?"
That is much better. Can I get a latte, please? It sounds polite, friendly, and very natural.
Another mistake beginners make involves the size of the coffee. If someone asks what size you want, a beginner might say, "I want a big cup."
Again, they will understand you, but the natural American way to order sizes is by using the words small, medium, and large.
Exactly. However, you need to be careful if you go to Starbucks. Starbucks uses a completely different language for their sizes, and it actually confuses native speakers too.
Oh, man. Starbucks sizes are so confusing. If you want a small coffee at Starbucks, you have to ask for a tall.
If you want a medium, you ask for a grande. And if you want a large, you ask for a venti.
So remember, in a normal cafe, say small, medium, or large. But in Starbucks, you have to say tall, grande, or venti.
All right, we have talked about the coffee, the culture, the words, and the mistakes. Now it is time to put it all together.
Let us move to our practice conversation. We are going to do a short role play to show you exactly how to order your coffee in real life.
I will play the role of the friendly barista, and Ryan will be the customer coming in for his morning drink. Listen closely to how we ask and answer questions.
Ready? Let us do it.
Hi there, welcome in. What can I get for you today?
Hi. Could I get a cold brew, please?
Absolutely. What size would you like for that?
I will take a medium, please.
Great. Would you like room for milk in that?
Yes, please. Do you have any milk alternatives?
We do. We have oat milk, almond milk, and soy milk.
Perfect. Could I get a splash of oat milk in it?
You got it. Can I get a name for the order?
My name is Ryan.
Awesome. Your total is $5.50. Your cold brew will be right up at the end of the counter, Ryan.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
And scene. That is exactly how a real conversation happens in an American cafe. It is fast, polite, and very simple.
Let us point out one cool detail from that practice conversation. I asked Ryan, would you like room for milk?
Yes, that is a great phrase. If you order black coffee or cold brew, the barista will fill the cup to the very top. If you say you want room for milk, they will leave a little empty space at the top of the cup so you can add milk without spilling it.
And Ryan also asked for milk alternatives. A lot of Americans do not drink regular cow's milk anymore. They prefer plant-based milks like oat, almond, or soy.
Asking for oat milk in your coffee is extremely common right now. So if you prefer that, do not be afraid to ask the barista for a milk alternative.
Well, I think we have covered absolutely everything you need to know about navigating an American coffee shop.
I feel like I need to go grab a cup of coffee right now just from talking about it so much.
Me too. Let us quickly summarize what we learned today. We talked about how coffee is a huge part of American social culture.
We learned the difference between an espresso, a latte, and a cold brew.
We learned awesome phrases like "let's grab a coffee" and "I am running on coffee."
We added words like barista, brew, grind, and decaf to our pocket.
And we practiced how to politely order a drink using the phrase, "Can I get a?"
You guys did a fantastic job listening today. Before we say goodbye, we have a question of the day for you to answer down in the comments section.
We want to know, what is your go-to coffee order? When you walk into a cafe, what is the exact drink you always ask for? Do you like it hot or cold? Strong or sweet?
Write your answer in the comments below using the new English phrases you learned today. We read every single comment and we love seeing your progress.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to Fluentmx so you never miss a lesson.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep gaining confidence. We will see you next time.
Bye, everyone. Go get yourself a coffee.